Hello everyone, welcome back to week 3 of Village Dry Goods Summer Block of the Week. This week we're going to be making a log cabin block using one of Creative Grid's fabulous rulers. I hope you had fun with last week's block, and this week we're going to teach you a new technique with maybe a ruler you already have or maybe one you might just happen to need. Thanks for joining us. Now let's get to work. This week we're doing our log cabin block, and we're going to start off. If you notice up here, I've got all of our pieces that we've arranged in our cutting order. Now I'm going to show you a couple of different ways to do this. Our very favorite method is using the Creative Grids Log Cabin Trim Tool Ruler. You don't have to have this ruler to do it. On your pattern I've given you some options, but we're going to show you this cool ruler. You won't want to make it any other way. So the first thing you're going to do is we're going to sew all of round 1. I've got all of our cut pieces here, and they're cut exactly the size that's listed on your pattern. So you're first going to take your red center, and I know this isn't the red you have. This is my stash red, but the rest of the pieces are all the same. So you're first going to take your first cream, that's a 2-inch piece, and you're going to sew it on. You're going to trim, you're going to then press this to the outside. You're always going to be pressing this out to the pieces that you're adding on. So we're going to add that piece on there. Then we're going to put our next piece on. We're going to press it, and here we are. We're starting our first round. You see how this is going? Don't worry about these outside edges right now, because with each one of our rounds we're going to be trimming it. So I'm going to move these over now, and boy, my sewing machine's been going crazy, and look what it's done. It's made our first round. I'm going to take my turning mat, which if you have one, please get it out and use it. You're going to love using it on these blocks. So if you notice on your ruler, you've got it marked right on here, round 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. This is amazing. So what we're going to do now is we've sewn our first round. If you see right here, there is a black square that says round 1. I'm going to simply put that ruler right down in the center of my block. And I'm going to trim 2 sides. Keep your lines as straight as you can on your seams, but don't worry a lot about this outside edge, because that's all waste. We're going to trim, we're going to rotate, we're going to trim our next side. Well, we are if I can get it all the way through. Then I'm going to take my ruler, I'm going to turn it around, and I'm going to find that round 1 again, and I'm going to center this as nicely as I can once again, and trim and trim. There is our first round. Well, doggone, it's that same side. Here we are. So there's our very first round of our log cabin. Now I'm going to continue on using my next 4 strips, sew those together in the same manner. Now I have round 2. Again, I'm going to find my center square, round 2. I'm going to line it up on my block. Again, trim. Oh, and I don't know about you guys, but I trim better standing up, so we're going to hope that stayed where it was supposed to. If not, we got fudge room. We won't worry. I'm going to find that center again, and I'm going to trim. Oh, and I didn't find the right center, but guess what? It's okay, because it's still the center. And trim. Now I've got my second round. Yay! And by using this ruler, the neatest thing of all is all of your logs are going to be the same. So when I get out to my very end, my blocks are all going to be the same size. Now I'm going to use my next 4 strips, and I'm going to sew that all together for my final round. So now I'm going to find round 3. I'm going to put it right in the center, and I'm going to trim, and I'm going to trim. And there is another thing on this nifty little ruler that you can do, but we'll go into that one later on, so I'm not confusing all of us, myself included. So now, remember, I'm on round 3. I'm finding round 3, and I'm going to trim the outside edge, trim the outside edge, and look at that. There is my perfect 6.5 inch unfinished size log cabin block. So see, and I know the outside edge is a little larger, but remember we've got our seam allowance. But do you see how each one of those rounds are exactly the right size? So when you are finished, that is your center. And there's your for real red. So here is my 6.5 inch unfinished size log cabin block sewn in. Now refer back again to our video that Lori made for us on how to make your outside edges of your sawtooth star. And that's it. I hope you have fun with this week's block.